I'm Instructor Jason from Krav Maga Self Defense. Uh, yeah, it's been busy. I haven't been able to prepare as I always do a topic, but I didn't want to let 2 weeks pass without posting something just to keep up the discipline as well. So the other week, that was the 6th, 7th, and 8th of September, we had our training camp in our annual training camp in the Blue Mountains. And this is a tradition for KMG. It's evolved through the years where now we have, before it was just a one camp in Sydney, everyone flew in. Those are great times because I got to see all the other practitioners and train with very high level instructors that flew in. Now they're doing all these different camps all over the on the different states, which is good as well because then there's all these different camps and opportunities to train in a camp for everyone. You just have to fly out to the different locations. So I thought I'd talk about that. Like, why sign up for camp? There's a little bit of money involved in it, and you get to and you have, and in this case, we have it in Blue Mountains, and you have to travel for it. But part of the payments would be the accommodation and the food. So all you have to do is eat, sleep, Krav, repeat, which is a good, which I find to be quite good. You are sort of in a different environment. You're sort of disconnected. You do catch up with your phone messages and everything on breaks, or for me in the evening, or during lunch or dinner. But most of the time, you're just focused on the training, and it's great. So one, it's a booster for the skills. It's like a sort of with all those like if you compare it to the video games, you get this bonus XP over the weekend with your skills and craft learning and your movement and uh, which it's a boost in the skills. Two, you're in a different environment and you have these different training opportunities. And since it's camp as well, the instructors will put in a different perspective to the training compared to just the regular classes that you have. And don't get me wrong, the classes are great. You learn the same fundamentals and skills and techniques, but having that different environment that the instructors can use to teach you better, to teach you different perspectives, that the environment of these flat mats, the sterile environment of the school, um, just can't provide. So some of those things we've done is Instructor Yanni did a simulation of inside a club, that sort of club pub environment with all these tables and chairs and all these different people. Part of that, there's the escalation and maybe escalation as well, or you're also with a friend, there's third party involved that you have to get out of there. So there are all those different aspects mixed into those scenarios in that part of the camp. We did some low light training. So training in the low light, that was outside. For that area, I always chose the archery range because the light is just from on one side of the training area. And that's where you can focus on the different concepts with the low light and the different lights. And of course, we had our torches, playing with the concept of a person's night vision or the disruption of which, um, all those things. And some sort of scenario CQB work through the hallways, out through the sort of foyer training area. So you had all those different environments where you run through the gauntlet and you just pretty much test the skills under pressure, under stress, when you're tired, all those things. We, I, so and you get those extra aspects. We had some lectures too that looked into the different aspects of self defense, Krav Maga as well. For me, it's through my journey. It's been quite an honor and privilege to be asked to teach some sections in the camp as well. In my early practitioner days, I never thought this opportunity would come. Well, not that I really thought about it, but I just never really thought about it. Never thought that. So, big thanks to everyone, Sven, Adam, for giving us the opportunity to have a go and teach some sections in camp, which I really enjoyed. Such an honor and privilege, and I was also culmination of most of the uploads and talks that we have on the YouTube. I've sort of consolidated into two lectures as well. So we were able to look at the different aspects at those perspectives of self-defense. So the previous topics we were talking about, like the Good Samaritan Act, choices, whether you choose to save yourself, your family, whoever's with you, or you intervene, um, l- legislation on self-defense, citizens arrest, um, post-incident things you'll have to deal with, trauma, a little bit of court, you may be a witness, all those things. We consolidated the lectures and we looked at some previous examples that happened in through the news, like some catastrophic and some tragic events and some really extraordinary stuff that happened in recent news. So we sort of analyzed and see how those things can come into play. So after the tidbits, we looked at some sort of timeline. Well, all where pre-incident, deciding to get involved, um, deciding whether to get involved or not. I mean, once you get involved, evolves to a self-defense sort of situation, or try to affect the citizen's arrest. These are also choices that you make along the way. Um, at any point, you can also choose not to continue and just disengage, and post-incident stuff that you have to deal with, as we mentioned before. So yeah, it was a fun camp. Camp is always fun. I saw people connecting with each other socially and through training. And one of the biggest pleasures as an instructor, one of the biggest delights as well, which is very rewarding, is to see the student grow. To see the student grow and glow throughout the camp, the skills improve, coming slowly coming out of the shell. There's a difference in the how they would carry themselves, how they would start to train, how they move. It's almost hard to explain the beauty of seeing the development of that student, and it's such a great pleasure for me to experience that, and yeah, to experience that and to actually see that student grow and glow. Uh, so if you're new to Krav Maga, new to KMG, if there's KMG is in over 60 countries. If you're part of a school and there's a national camp, especially if you have the global instructor team flying over or national instructor team, all these high level experts teaching you, please take advantage of that opportunity and have a go at camp. You won't regret it. It's very fun. Uh, I think I've missed a few, but I think I've gone to maybe more than 10 now. Um, really, nothing but benefits for you. And that's all we have for now. I'll make sure I'll prepare more material through camp as well, and giving lectures through the feedback from other students, and some stuff you just stumble on with conversations and discussions that stem out of that. I got a fair bit of inspiration for more topics, different topics to put in. So there is material. For a fair bit of time, and I just have to keep compose it, consolidate, do the research, pack it up, and present. But for now, yeah, the next time you have an opportunity to train at KMG camp, please do. To learn more KMG self defense techniques, train with us at KravMagaSelfDefense.com.au.